Hey guys, back to the weekend update, and you're wondering, well, didn't you just send out something saying you're burned out, you don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. I did. And you guys responded, and by far the vast majority of you said, this is the format that works for you. So we'll keep doing it. No problem, no issue. And just to be really clear, because I had a lot of people reach out and tell me that I needed to take some time off and take care of myself and blah, blah, blah. Um, I was just saying I was burned out and trying to get these weekend update videos together. It really does take me, 3 or 4 hours at least to kind of figure out what content to put in, get graphics, get it recorded, and all that kind of thing. Get an email sent out. So was just kind of worn out in doing that whole process. But we're back at it, and if you care, I'll be on vacation in March and take some time off and enjoy that. And I'll get back to the responses, but because that's part of another segment today. But yes, the vast majority of you want this, and so we're just going to keep going with this. Even when I don't have my stuff ready, we're going to keep going. So let's go. All right, first up, Asian Appreciation Awards and breakfast and all that. We have it every year. This year, March 31st. Put that on your calendars. We want to have you there. We want to make sure that you get there. It doesn't matter if you think you're getting an award or you're not. You'll be surprised how many people actually do. But please come regardless. Support those who are getting an award. But just come because we want to appreciate you and show you how much we do care about you, love you, and enjoy having you in the brokerage. So that'll be March 31st, 10 a.m. We will have a breakfast provided and a lot of other goodies and stuff. And so come and enjoy that. It'll be at the Miller Conference Center. That's up just about 106 South. Honestly, just like almost straight across the freeway from where the Salt Lake Board of Realtors is. So that's where it'll be this year. Please RSVP to Maya if you can. She'll put out an email and an RSVP link as we get closer. I know you guys, we're a month and a half away, and none of you guys can remember for a month and a half what's going to happen. So put it on your calendar and forget, but we'll keep reminding you over and over because we really do want you there. So come on March 31st. Next week is team meeting, and so next Wednesday at 11 a.m. team meeting. Come here live. I'll have it on Zoom as usual. I'll record it and send it out also as usual. But there'll be a lot of good topics there. Would love to have you come to that. So this Wednesday, 11 a.m. right here in the Orem office, the one on Center Street. For some reason, we cannot get our Google listing changed over to have the right address. But this is where we're at in the UCAR building on the third floor. If you haven't been here before, amazing views. In fact, the sun's just popping out today, and just really beautiful day today. So look forward to maybe some more springtime weather coming up this next week. All right. Next up, some stats. I want to kind of guide you through where we're at with the market for just a minute. And I'll go through a deeper stat dive at team meeting. But this is from the MLS numbers, average number of active listings. So over the last year, 2 years. So we've got 23 in yellow and 24 in that orange color, and then in blue, that little line is where we're at so far in 2025. Number of active listings. We are way ahead of where we should be. You can see we're actually trending up, which is extremely unusual. We do not trend up in these. Usually this time of year becomes busy, and so we start selling off our active listings, and we have a dip until we get into the busier time of year. And so we are a little bit slower, as you can see right there. Let me go to some more stats here. This is under contracts, and so our number of under contracts is pretty much the same, honestly. We're just a little bit below 24, a lot below, about 500 below where we are for 23. But we haven't finished out the month yet, so we'll see where that ends up. We were just a little above 24 last month, even though it seemed slow. Our numbers are actually on track for kind of where we've been the last couple of months. And then, let's see, active no-shows don't matter, sold for sure matter. So on our sold numbers, you can see that the orange, again, is 2024. Our numbers, last year everybody said, hey, we've had a super slow year this year. I can't believe how slow it's been. Looking at the numbers and the number of sold properties, we actually had a better year over year from 2023 to 2024. And then we're starting out just a little below 24, but a little above 23. We obviously don't have sold numbers for February yet. but we'll see where those come in. It does seem a little sluggish. I'm hearing from listing agents that it's a little sluggish. It's kind of a weird market. So we see some listings that get multiple offers in, the first couple of days. And then we see some listings that just sit and sit and sit. And there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason as to which ones go or which ones sit. So if you have any insight, would love to hear what you think about the market. Great topic that we'll be discussing in team meeting this Wednesday at 11. Next up, so slower market. You guys, I hear from you all the time. You're bummed, you're depressed, you're waiting for the market to come back. You're not sure how to get things going. You need some motivation or whatever. In fact, a lot of the answers as far as what you wanted was some motivation. So let me give you this. Why don't you take a listen to this?
You have no idea how great you really are, because you are using such minimal of what you have. It takes every bit of who you are if you choose that route. If you don't, Merry Christmas, do what you gotta do. Everybody has the ability to do it, but they just don't want to. They wanna keep asking questions and keep going to seminars. There's no hacks, bro. It's you against you. You against you.
You against you, guys. I mean, you can go to seminars, you can go to trainings, you can go to read books, you can go online and listen to stuff, you can go to podcasts. Yeah, all that stuff is great in education. I push and push and push to be educated. But honestly, in the morning, it's you against you. In fact, I had a consultation, just a short one, about finding a why for a realtor today, trying to figure out what her why was and what was going to be powerful enough to motivate her to hit her goals. Guys, if you need help getting a why, I'm happy to help you do that. But you've got to have something to get out of bed. You've got to have that reason, that drive, because it's only you. You're the only one that's going to get it done. I guarantee you there's enough out there. We're selling 3,000 listings a month, over 3,000, a little under 40,000 homes sold last year. That's 2 per every agent that's on the MLS. So there's plenty of business out there if you want it, because half of those realtors, they just sit home and wait for the phone to ring, right? They're not out there talking to people. They're not out there doing the work. They are not doing what needs to be done in order to have the business that they need to have. It is you against you. Every day I know. You fight yourself just like I fight myself to be successful. And if you want to do it, you're going to have to drive yourself. There's plenty of accountability groups and things out there to help you. I'm happy to help you. But in the end, you've got to really just dig in and say, what's my why? And I want to be successful. What can I do to be successful? And so I'll keep giving you some motivation like that. But honestly, you guys are incredible. I've got some of the best agents here in this office. I love having you come in and talk. I see your successes, all the things that you're doing. And so you have the ability to perform at whatever level you want to. There's nothing stopping you but you. You against you, guys.
I see a lot.
Oh, so next up, I want to talk a little bit about the weekly challenges that are coming up. And so interesting stuff. There's two emails, 2 videos that I've put out that have had way, like exponentially more response than any other post or email or video or anything else that I've ever put out. And the first one was when I kind of got vulnerable and talked a little bit about my surgery and my leg and those kind of things. Had a lot of you reach out on that. And then I talked last week about being burned out, needing your help, and those kind of things. Those 2 videos exponentially outperformed everything I've ever sent out as far as the number of views, the number of responses, the number of opens. Like it was just mind-blowing to me the way that those 2 reacted or performed in comparison with everything else that I send out. Because quite honestly, most of the time you guys just ignore it. I know you do. It's not great. I'll talk about some things that happened in team meeting about what happens when you kind of ignore what we do for training. But the challenge for this week centers around that. Centers around being vulnerable, asking for help, going to your people, going to your tribe, being a community and helping do that. And so I want to share this little clip with you from a short on YouTube.
I see a lot of the same stuff where there's agents who are kind of posting these hostage-like videos where they're doing educational videos because someone one day told them, like, you have to do these education videos, whether it's about 3 tips for first-time homebuyers or what's a balloon mortgage, as if anybody scrolling on Instagram wants to know what a balloon mortgage is in that time. You have to remember that the person scrolling on Instagram, why are they there? For dopamine hits. They're there to laugh and be entertained, and you're sitting there on the couch and you're watching a college basketball game, you whip open Instagram and you have an agent talking to you about a balloon mortgage. No one's going to watch that. But I have Alyssa popping up and saying, hey, this is the best new date spot for you to take your wife. That's relevant to me.
Hey guys, so there you go. Balloon mortgages. Nobody cares, right? First-time home buyers. What's your earnest money doing? Like all of those posts, scroll on, right? Just scroll on. People just pass them up because unless they're like right there in the moment needing to know what happens with your earnest money when it's deposited, nobody really cares, right? So you've got to find something that reaches your audience. And what I've found is when we ask for help, when we're vulnerable, when we talk about our real life, those behind the scenes things, those, hey, I'm out in the public and here's a restaurant that would be great for date night. Hey, I just ate at a really terrible restaurant. Hey, my car insurance guy is awful. Hey, I hate the traffic on I-15 and this is me stuck in it. Like those are the things that people are going to watch and engage with. And whether that's in an email, a YouTube video, a TikTok, whatever you want to blast it out in, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be social media. As you see, I put mine in a video and email that goes on YouTube and email it out. So however you want to reach your people with real, vulnerable, real life stories, that's the challenge for this week. Reach out in some way to your SOI with real life, with a real life need, a real life story, whatever it is. One of the easy ones, if you're not sure what to do, hey, I'm building a list of people in your area that I'm going to hand out to clients that has like my dentists, doctors, pet groomers, like all of those kind of people on that list. Who do you know? Who should be on that list? Help me build that list because I know that you know people that you love, right? Your SOI would love to help you build that list. So there's a great reach out for you if you haven't used that. Even if you have, hey, I'm updating my list for Eagle Mountain. Do you know any better dentists than John Doe, who was recommended last time? Anybody that I should add to this list, right? So there's your weekly challenge. There is no reward other than just doing it and getting better at your job and being the professional and hopefully gaining more clients and more business. I guarantee you, you do the small things day after day, you be consistent, you versus you, do your work. I promise that you will be 100% successful in this business. There's none of you that can't do this job at a very high level. You all have the ability to do that. The only thing stopping you is you. The only thing making it so that you don't reach out is you. The only reason that you're not doing the challenges is you. And so if you need some help getting past that, finding a why, finding motivation, let's talk. All right, guys, I think I'm far past my normal time limit. For some reason, I don't have a clock up. But in any case, hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy the sun. It might be a little cold, but enjoy the sun. Get out and talk to some people. Do your challenge. Keep working hard. And if I can help in any way, let me know. Take care.